Our world holds countless mysteries, but today, we journey into a land where myth and reality blur like nowhere else. Yes, it is India, a country steeped in ancient secrets, baffling phenomena, and legends that have withstood the test of time. Imagine a lake where ghostly lights hover above the water, so disorienting they leave travelers completely lost. Sounds like something out of Area 51, right? But this is no science fiction tale. It's real, and it's right here in India. There's even a place so unsettling, the police have sealed it off, like the cursed village of Kulhara in Rajasthan. And finally, we'll uncover the eerie truth behind Delhi's very own Chandramukhi Palace. This episode is filled with spine-chilling, fascinating stories from the forgotten corners of India. So watch till the end. But before we begin, a small request. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe and share this with friends and family who love the unexplained. Let's begin. The Alaya Ghost Lights. Bengal's deadly glow. Near the wetlands along the West Bengal-Bangladesh border, there's a spooky phenomenon known as Alaya lights. These are glowing, ball-shaped flickering lights that appear suddenly and vanish just as fast. Locals, especially fishermen, believe these lights are the spirits of dead fishermen. Some say the lights lure you in, confusing your mind until you get lost or drown. Others say these lights guide lost souls to safety. Either way, they're mysterious and deadly. Similar ghost lights have been spotted all around the world, like will-o'-the-wisps in Europe, but here they have a deeply spiritual and haunting reputation. Some scientists believe it's caused by methane gas from decaying organic matter, but no one knows for sure. The mystery remains alive in the swamplands of Bengal. Phugtal Monastery in Ladakh. The Hooks Goopa. Look at this photo. At first glance, it might remind you of a remote European monastery clinging to a cliff. However, this breathtaking structure is entirely Indian, over 900 years old, and hidden deep in the rugged mountains of Ladakh. This is Hooks Goopa, also known as the Phugtal Monastery, built in the 12th century by the Buddhist monk Gangsem Sherpa Sampo. Here's what's truly mind-blowing. It's carved into the mouth of a cave and built entirely from mud and wood. No cement, no steel. Suspended on a cliff face, the monastery houses 4 prayer halls, a kitchen, guest rooms, and space for over 700 monks. Moreover, it can only be reached by a 1 to 2 day trek through harsh mountain terrain. The biggest mystery remains. How did they manage to construct something so grand in such a remote and inaccessible location, nearly 1,000 years ago? No one knows for sure. Careralas Red Rain. Showers from the unknown. On July 25, 2001, the skies of Kerala opened up, but instead of regular water, red rain fell. For nearly 10 days, and in some places even 2 months, red-colored rain poured over villages. When scientists examined the rain, they found millions of red biological particles in every drop. They were not sand or dust. They were living cells with nickel, manganese, titanium, chromium, and copper. Some believe they came from a meteorite. Others call them alien spores. Even now, no scientific explanation has been confirmed. Local trees withered, some wells disappeared, and new ones appeared. The government ran studies, but no one could agree on where the particles came from. The mysterious Konkan Pass, India's Area 51. During the 1962 India-China War, China occupied Aksai Chin, and right at that border lies the Konkan Pass, one of the least patrolled and most restricted zones in the world. Many locals and monks believe there's UFO activity here. In 2013, a group of tourists near Mount Kailash spotted a triangular flying object that rose vertically. When they asked Indian and Chinese authorities about it, both sides refused to comment. Rumors say there's an underground alien base, and both governments know about it but stay silent. Real or not, this is one of India's most chilling modern mysteries. Floating islands of Lok Lake, Manipur's miracle. Ever seen an island float? Welcome to Lok Lake in Manipur, the only place on Earth where entire floating islands, known as fungus, drift naturally over the water. These aren't just patches of grass, they're massive land masses made from vegetation, soil, and organic matter that are strong enough to hold huts, schools, even entire communities. Over 3,000 fishermen live and work on these floating worlds. One of the islands even holds the Kabul Lamjau National Park, the only floating national park on the planet, home to the rare and endangered Sangai deer. But the real mystery? How did nature create these floating marvels in just one lake and nowhere else in the world? A natural wonder or a forgotten tale of ancient geomancy? The answer might still be drifting in the waters of Manipur. Jwala Devi Temple, Kangra, Himachal Pradesh, Flames of the Goddess. Did you know? The Jwala Devi Temple, located in Kangra, Himachal Pradesh, is one of the 51 Shakti Pithas and is famous for its eternal flames, which have been burning for centuries without any known fuel source. According to legend, the tongue of goddess Sati fell at this site, making it a highly revered pilgrimage destination. Unlike other temples, Jwala Devi is not represented by an idol. Instead, the goddess is worshipped in the form of 9 natural flames that emerge from the rock. These flames are dedicated to different goddesses, including Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, Saraswati, Annapurna, Chandi, Hinglaj Bhavani, Vindhyavasini, Ambika, and Anjana Devi. The most fascinating aspect of this temple is the unexplained phenomenon of the eternal flames, which continue to burn even though no visible source of fuel is present. Scientists believe that they may be linked to natural gas emissions, but their persistence over thousands of years remains a mystery. Malna Village, descendants of Alexander the Great. Hidden in Himachal Pradesh, the village of Malna claims its people are descendants of Alexander the Great. The locals speak Kanashi, a language found nowhere else on earth. They consider themselves different from other Indians and once believed outsiders were not allowed to touch them. Malna also claims to have one of the oldest democracies in the world, and despite modern influences, their culture hasn't changed. They proudly say they carry Aryan blood, and the Indian government largely stays hands-off when it comes to this mysterious village. The Vanishing Beach, Odisha's hide-and-seek wonder. Ever heard of a beach that disappears? Visit Chandipur Beach in Odisha, and you'll see it for yourself. Here, the sea retreats up to 5 kilometers, revealing a vast, walkable beach, only to come back again during high tide. It literally plays hide-and-seek with you. When the water recedes, people can be seen walking on the seabed, and when the tide returns, it's as if the beach was never there. The haunted village of Kulhara, vanished overnight near Jaisalmer, Rajasthan, lies Kulhara, a ghost village abandoned in a single night nearly 200 years ago. Once a thriving settlement of Paliwal Brahmins, legend says they vanished to protect a girl from a cruel divan who threatened them with heavy taxes. Before leaving, they cursed the land. No one would ever live here again. And strangely, the curse holds. Attempts to resettle have failed. Visitors report whispers, shadows, and the feeling of being watched. Paranormal teams detected strange EMF spikes and unexplained movements. Today, entry after sunset is banned. Kulhara remains a haunted relic, where silence tells a story louder than words. Bhuli Bhati ka Mahel, Delhi's haunted mystery. Now let's step into the shadows of Delhi's most haunted monument. Bhuli Bhati ka Mahel, a 14th century relic built by Firoz Shah Tughlaq. Locals whisper of a Rajasthani girl who wandered in and never left. Some says that a saint named Ali Bhaktiya, who mysteriously vanished, and others say that of a murdered queen whose spirit still cries for revenge. The night guards claim they've heard whispers, footsteps, and eerie sounds echoing through the ruins. Is it paranormal, or just the darkness playing tricks on us? One thing is certain, Bhuli Bhati remains a place where silence speaks loudest. Thanks for watching the video on Mythical Realm. Please do not forget to like and subscribe.